Hello all and welcome back to High Ridge Farm with me, the Walrus. We're in our lovely 4th year, exploring the new shiny things that are on offer as part of the 1.6 update. One of the things that we've got to do today is we have the Desert Festival. It is in its final day, and I'm ever so slightly annoyed about it because it falls directly within salmonberry season. Now, of course, not really being too worried about salmonberries now. It's still kind of annoying that it happens so early on, although I very much doubt that anyone's got the bus repaired in time to get to miss out on salmonberry season the first time around. So it's not really that big of an issue, but it's still kind of annoying. But hey, that's a thing. Whilst we're running around town early in the morning, I'm going to root around in bins as I still kind of want another bin hat. I think I've got one. I'd like to have multiple. The other one I still want to get is the living hat, as I don't have that one yet, and that's very much the thing that I'm like, oh, that would be nice to have, wouldn't it? It's one of those like, oh, wouldn't that be lovely? But it's very much I don't think it's very likely for me to get a hold of it, sadly. But a man can dream. A man can dream. But anyway, before I go off on a silly rambly rampage, as per usual, the other thing that I'm also looking at the moment is just trying to see if there's anything else that I need to do to the farm as part of my general slugging way through things. There are a couple of ideas that I've got kind of rolling around in my head. As I also need to try and do any form of gathering at the moment, because the mastery abilities are unlocked, from what I can tell, by just doing farming. Or, well, mining and other things. Anything that would previously give you farming experience is useful. So, since that it doesn't matter what I'm doing, I can have a little bit of free reign. And I know I already have far too much wood, so I'm not too concerned about general wood stocks. But it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt, since that I have so many trees lying around. One of the other things I'm also considering is one of my friends did tell me that actually you can move the fruit trees around on the farm. I've not kind of yet figured that out, how one does so, and if that is actually the case. So, we'll find out soon enough, I guess. So let's just have a check in here. One of the things that I haven't yet made any of are the heavy furnaces, and I do really need to make a few of those, because they seem like they would be quite interesting, since they use 25 of an ore, and generate, I'm assuming, more than the 10 would. So I think it's 25. You know when you have a moment you go, I think it's this many. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's 25 of them. Now, I'm still grabbing the key fruits, just, side through them. It's not too difficult. There's just a lot of them lying around, which, again, not a terrible thing. I've definitely seen worse things occur. Now, the other things that I also do need to organise are some of the requirements from the raccoon. I know that I've done a few of them, but I know I need a couple of others. So the coconuts are one of them, and I think cactus fruit is the other thing that they want at the moment. But I'm just sort of like waiting to see, kind of a double check, is that right? Is that what I need? And I should be able to get 1 or 2 from the desert, I assume. Maybe not today, considering a lot of the farm, not really the farm, sorry, but the desert landscape is kind of overtaken by stuff. And one of the things I'm also thinking about is, how is the Desert Festival affecting my solar panels? I have a feeling they've all been demolished, because where they're sat is actually kind of closer to where the racetrack runs. So I think I'm going to have to check that tomorrow or later on this week to actually see if my solar array has been essentially demolished. If that is the case, what I'll do is I'll just rebuild it on Ginger Island, in the grassy areas where there's literally no option. Okay, it's not the racetrack, it's actually where the booths are for the shops. Okay, Sandy. The busiest time of the year for you. Lovely, lovely. You're gonna... Okay. Again, allowing my sister-in-law to kind of mess with my general look. But it's a choice one makes, I guess. A strange one, definitely. You see, do you? I'm just hoping it's not you see why your sister married me. Because as far as I'm aware, it's because I'm insane. Okay. Definitely an interesting choice of words, I guess, in the game. You can be tickled whilst being dressed. Again, not my jam. I do enjoy how my little frog is sat there, and it looks like it's sat on her head. That's quite cute. Little froggy. Genuinely stand by the frog being my favourite of the trinkets that I have discovered thus far. I mean, who knows what other mad trinkets there are that could be a found. I'm still having now the magical turban. I think I've just got some different colour baggy pants. Cool. No worries. I do prefer purple. Purple and green are my two favourite colours. Green, definitely a very strong favourite for me. Purple was always it's a kind of a developed favourite colour later on in life. I don't know about enjoying it. Okay, thank you, Seb. I'll take your lost... Wow, that's a painfully slow swing. Cool. You are an unscrupulous soul, aren't you, Pierre? Goodness gracious. I still think that the camel looks like it's a Christmas camel right now. Very odd. Now, through luck and randomization, I did discover that one can obtain, using rare fruit, it increases your luck. And I think the mushroom cream gave me a... Was it a speed boost or was it a defense boost? I can't remember right off the top of my head. I'm about to find out again. But it seems like a good combination. Let's... Oh, that's interesting. It appears that it stacks on top of... So that's the spicy eel food. That is intriguing. So it stacks on top of your food and drink buffs. So that means that if you were theoretically trying to push it, you could eat a rock candy for +5 luck. You could drink ginger beer for either +1 or... Yeah, +1 luck, I believe. Maybe +2, depending on if it's like based on its quality. And then you're getting another +3. So that's like a tasty up to +10 on luck there. So that's interesting. I wonder how well that'll affect me in actually trying to get further down in the caves. Or even if it will. I mean, it'd be nice if it does. But that's interesting. And this scorpion carp needs to just either get on the line or buzz off. As you can tell, I'm super, so very good at catching fish right now. Oh, come on. Stay on the line. Oh, no, have I got it? No, it keeps escaping from me. Goodness gracious, this thing is more of a pickle to catch than the flipping legend. And actually, no, that was a pickle to catch because of the fact that I couldn't catch it because I didn't have the rain current going on. Gosh, that was an embarrassing thing. Okay, so we've got some more river jelly. The jellies themselves do seem to be spawning a lot more frequently than I actually anticipated that they would. So I guess that's kind of nice. I'm looking for a treasure chest, I think, for this one, because the gold bobber is an item of treasure, I think. I mean, that would kind of make sense to me. So, we'll give that a try at least. Yes, so we've got that, and we'll catch this fish here. Hope this is where I flub it royally and actually fail to catch it, and I'll just be, well, that was embarrassing. Well, we still got it though, thankfully. And there it is, the golden bobber. So we'll hand that over to Willy, thank you. So that will give us 30 calico eggs. Still got quite a few now. I'm going to go and deposit what I've got so far. And kind of just reorganize my inventory a little. Put some stuff away before I go near the Skull Caves. Because I'm going to go dungeon delving in there again as part of the general trend of this game. As part of the festival in the desert. I mean, does it have a specific name? I haven't noticed anything that says that it has a specific name other than Festival in the Desert. I mean, kind of nice if it does have a name, but Hey ho. Right. Let's quickly nip on back up to see what they are able to offer us today. Go on, Marlon, what are we going to do? 30 or 50 calico eggs for each floor 30. That's pretty reasonable, I think. I don't think that'll be too much of an absurd challenge to achieve. Oh, well, that's straight away. We're on floor 2. Okay, so the area is infested with monsters. So my little froggy companion will help out by just consuming entire slimes. And being that I've got the slime charmer combination ring, they can't hurt me at all. So it's not really a consideration at this point. I don't really care. But again, getting a few key beans is quite good, as that does give me a little bit more of an opportunity to try to get a few more key crops on the go, which is kind of nice. Okay. Well, I think we've killed everything, but the frog's still digesting. That's peculiar. So that whilst it's still in the gut of the frog, it still counts as being an active enemy. So that's, I guess, maybe an interesting tidbit of potentially useless information for you all there. Who knows? But we're going to use the bombs a little bit here to try and work our way further down. I think that's going to be the most prudent way of doing so. And again, it just saves time and hassle, and I'm lazy. Never denied that. I don't think at any point have I ever denied that I'm quite lazy. Okay, so we'll go down here. And, well, that's dead. I don't need to worry about that again. Well, we haven't found anything particularly exciting. We haven't, even though we've got quite a high luck stat, we haven't found any holes in the ground yet. I mean, we're finding staircases quickly enough, which is quite nice, I think. But it would be nicer to get a dirty great big hole in the ground. Well, again, another ladder. Down we go. Ah, there's one. And a cat statue, which gives us a full refresh. That's always good. And +1 to our egg rating. I'm not entirely sure what how the egg rating is leveled up, other than descent through the floors and general nonsense from the cat egg statues. No idea, to be fair. I do kind of wonder if there's I bet you there's like some formula that I don't know, or it's something really basic that I'm not actually paying attention to, and I feel very, very stupid. Ah, there's another jump hole down. So let's quickly zip on down. Another 4 levels. Fair enough. Nothing super dangerous. And we've got another floor room here with lots of enemies. So we'll detonate that bomb. I don't think that's going to kill that guy, that mummy. So we'll hit it with a hammer. Oh, well, it's dead. It's been eaten. Okay, we've got a speed boost, which again stacks on top of the other speed boosts that we've got. So again, that's quite interesting that the speed boosts can stack quite heavily. Curious to see how far this goes. Okay, so it's another egg rating. So every statue I activate seems to activate a little bit on the egg rating for me, which is nice. Let's see what else we can sort out. Well, that's another dead slime. Don't have to worry about that. But detonate a bomb there, detonate a bomb here. Well, there's a way down. Again, that's kind of what we're here for. Just get down as quickly as possible. I don't need the stone so much. I'm after coal. I do need a stack of 999 of the coal, because I do very much want that piano. But we'll see how well that goes. One of the things that I would very much love to be able to do is actually try and figure out a theme tune or something. It was a consideration I was having when I was driving home from the bar work the other night about one of the other YouTubers I watch, a guy called Spirit of the Law. If you enjoy Age of Empires 2, I'd highly recommend him. He's really good fun to watch. If you like maths and you like Age of Empires, you'll probably enjoy his stuff. But he wrote his own theme tune. Oh, that's interesting. So it shoots arrows. Oh, hello. This is intriguing. I like this trinket. This is different, isn't it? Shooting out and killing things. Yeah, shoots out every 1.3 seconds and does quite a bit of damage. Interesting. Well, that could be helpful, couldn't it? I mean, I guess for some enemies, not so much, but most of them seem to be getting an absolute blending when they get contacted by that. So, Oh, another secret note. My dear grandchild, by the time you find this note, I'll expect you have been living in the valley for some time now. I hid an aspirational secret for me somewhere in the valley. Ooh, okay, Grandad. That is interesting. Well, we'll see what that is, won't we? I'm assuming that's the shrine that we've been accessing to gain the mastery levels. I mean, that would make sense to me. Whether that is the case, very different question. But that's kind of what my brain's kind of ticking over. Also, that it shoots towards things that are like enemies, regardless. Oh, another one. So it does seem that it's kind of good for indicating what the enemy is. Okay, so they have randomized stats. So this one does more damage and shoots faster. So I'll have that, thanks. We've got another statuette, so let's grab that. No effect, but we've gained more egg rating. Still only need another couple of floors to get down to hit to floor 30 for the challenge requirement. Ooh, 50 calico eggs. Lovely. We're at a nice egg rating of 13 so far, so that's not awful. Oh, and another one. Oh, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Monsters do less damage. That's nice. It's a good buff. Okay, so we're on floor 30, so that's good. Getting another full refresh. That'll heal us up a bit. And again, it's knocking enemies back, so the impact damage seems to be quite good, especially for serpents. I wonder how well effective that'll be when coming to deal with serpents in the hard mode version of this place, because they're quite ridiculous. I wonder if I was wearing my vampiric ring, if it could trigger on those. As far as I'm aware, it can also trigger on bombs, so I don't see why not. That's kind of curious. Very interesting, though. I mean, it'd be nice if it does, so that's something I should probably test to see. I could certainly put on the vampiric ring. It's not like I don't have it, I just don't have it on me. Well, let's detonate another area here as well. Another no effect, that's fine. Put a bomb down. Oh, there's the way down. Let's go. I mean, I'm not trying to get down that far in here, but I'm getting like a reasonable pace down, especially since it's not like I started that early in the day. And I do believe it is a combination of the luck stat boost items as well as the food that have given me, all the food items that are giving me this great advantage here in being able to move around so much better and just faster. Being able to descend through the depths of these mines, almost. Okay, well, let's jump on down. Fell for another 3 levels. Although the drops aren't quite as dramatic, which is fine, I guess, but it's a thing. Okay, I think I should put a bomb down to detonate to kill both of those mummies, and we'll get those calico eggs whilst we're at it as well. Ooh, another gold chest thingy. Yeah, so we've got that. I mean, do I need everything I've got? I mean, I think it's probably a good idea for me to hold on to most of the things I've got in my inventory, but again, who knows? I do have a habit of grabbing and hoarding absolutely everything. Right, well, let's go down again. Okay, so mine that one, and I'm hoping to find another item. There we go, it's another way down. I'm curious about other trinkets, so I've got a couple of different ones, but I do want to try and do a quick short on actually demonstrating the re-rolling, maybe? That might be kind of fun. Because the re-rolling functionality is actually, I think, quite a good way of adding an extra dimension to the combat equipment. Oh, shoes. Not seen them before. Let's get rid of the clay. I don't need that on the cloth. Crystal shoes. Okay, well, my Cinder Clown shoes are better. So that's fine. Okay, so it does look like they always target the nearest enemy. It's not a bad thing, it's just a thing. Let's put the bomb down again. See how well this goes. Another shrine and another bat that's just going to be annoying. These iridium bats, actually, again, I surprise myself on how much damage they actually do sometimes, because they hit like an absolute steamroller. But then again, a lot of stuff hits a lot harder than you might expect when you're in the Skull Caves. It's just how this works, unfortunately. Right, let's see what else we can do. Well, let's get out of here. It's 11 PM. It's probably it. Oh no, that's not the way out. There's the way out in the middle. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, we're going to submit that egg rating at 25. That's pretty good. Oh, I mean, he was impressed. That's 200 extra eggs. That's nice. Hopefully we can get something good with that, I guess. That's all I can say on that front. I just hope that I get something shiny out of it all. So let's go and see this mysterious calico egg vendor. Well, I don't think I've got the mummy mask yet, so I should probably buy that. That would be a sensible thing to purchase, I think. Excuse me. Unfortunately, being that it is this time of the year for myself, the hay fever is already beginning to really kick my posterior. But I am going to buy myself a Woodcutter's Weekly, I think, as well as the mummy mask and the dark velvet bow. I just want to make sure that I have all of the clothing items I can physically get a hold of. Now, have I bought the Joja furniture? I don't think I have. I should probably purchase it, shouldn't I? I know it's Joja, but it's I don't have it, so. Righty. First question. 28th. Cool. The fall, I think. Yep. The worst part is, I know I've tried answering these a couple of times, and I said that I was going to go and visit Mr. Key before I came back to the desert. And again, as usual is with my gameplay, I forgot that I was going to do it, and didn't do so in the end, which has now meant that I've essentially stymied myself. But oh well, I think he only gives you calico eggs. Well, I hope he only gives you calico eggs. I'll find out soon enough. Well, I say soon enough, next year. Oh dear. Well, I think it's time to roll on back home now that the day is pretty much over. We're going to teleport back home. Thank goodness for the lovely return scepter. It makes my life so much easier. Okay, so we've got lots of things to organise whilst we're here. Sift my way through stuff. I mean, there is a lot of stuff that I actually do need to organise. It's all these damn chests. But thankfully the chests do make it a lot easier. One of the things I should do is go and visit the dwarf so that I can get myself a copy of the plan for large stone chests. Because that is something that I do quite want, as I lamented previously. That I didn't have large stone and I don't like large wood chests. They're not quite as... I don't think it's as aesthetically pleasing to me. Okay, so we're going to grab all those diamonds. Again, those are just going to be flung in for sale eventually at some point. And I've got quite a stack of them. Because I don't think at any point am I going to really turn around and go, you know what, I need 250 diamonds. Unless the wizard's got anything new and weird that he needs a silly amount of diamonds for. I doubt it, but you never know. Because there's certainly a possibility of lots of new and weird and wonderful stuff turning up with Stardew, what with this update. Because there's a lot of new stuff, and again, as I've refused to use the wiki, I don't really know. Thankfully, we're still only in the first bit, the spring season, so it's not as brutal to myself, I don't think. Let's put those away. And I think we should go to bed, because it's now getting up to late o'clock, I think is the term I would use for this. It is very, very late. Well, we still made a good $500,000. That's good. Pretty much golden there, aren't we? Let's see, what else can we do? Well, it's Thursday today, so the what's it called? The festival is out of the way now, so that's fine. What we'll do is I'll just drink a triple shot espresso to zoom about a bit faster, because that's kind of what we're going for. Eat that spicy eel again for that speed boost. And put the magic rock candy away, because that's going to be useful later on, I'm sure. I do enjoy the silly portraits of some of the characters. I'm glad that you enjoy it. A kiss? Ooh, yeah, alright, fine. Because I'm going to deny a kiss to my lovely wife. Okay, so there's nothing available in the cellar yet, so that's fine. I do need to visit Robin, because I want her to build my attic for me. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to put in it, if anything, but I probably should. We'll figure that one out. Maybe something exciting can be put up there. Hello, child. Where's the other one? Where's the baby? Oops, didn't mean to go down there. I wanted to go out the front door. Come on. There we go. I do hate it sometimes when I go through a part of the farm and go, oh, I forgot about this, or I forgot to go there, and blah, blah, blah. It happens. It's not the end of the world. So it looks like I managed to forget about checking up here. So I do need to... Oh, goodness, I don't really have much in the way of stuff to plant. Looks like I better go buy some more seeds. Ugh, I need to go visit Pierre. I do not like Pierre. Oh, okay, so the mystic seed that I've got does appear to make the mystic syrup. Excellent. So I've got 2 more of them, so I need to slap some heavy tappers on them. So that means that I might be able to end up with something a little bit useful for myself there. I know that I need mystic syrup for a couple of things. So I'm curious to see what can I do with that, because it might really help me out. But for now, we'll just quickly water that to give the key crops a little bit more of a general upgrade and such. And I still need quite a few. I've still only got another 250 to go, which is not great. But, you know, we live. We'll live. It definitely could be worse. And, okay. What's next on the list of silliness, really? Well, deposit that, and then I think we shall put the mystic syrup in there as well, because of course we're gonna need it. I'm gonna ship out the key fruit for now, because that's still another 50 towards the... I still need another 200 on top though. Ugh, you have to think about that. And actually how well I'm going to process that. I mean, it's not... I might end up not making it. It's not the end of the world, though, because I don't really care that much. I mean, it would be a bit more useful if I really, really needed the key gems, but I don't think I do. I don't believe there's that much more that I haven't done or obtained from him. So, I mean, I could be wrong, though. I do want to sell the salmon berries. Let's just quickly go and flog those, because they are... Annoyingly, once you've if you've taken the option for always gaining iridium harvestables, forageables even, you just end up with really a very expensive, less cost efficient, because it's almost the same value as the jams and preserves when you've got the iridium ones and you've gained the bear's knowledge, which gives you triple the value of them, I believe. So it's kind of a moot point if you've gathered that, so don't hold on to them, just sell them or use them for food items. I mean, that's what I was doing, but they aren't really that efficient if you wanted to only have a couple. Okay, so we're going to have some cauliflower juice by the looks of things, and not really at the end of the world. I mean, cauliflower juice is pretty valuable. That's a lot of truffles. Well, let's grab those. There are many to go, so let's see what we can do. Well, let's just quickly teleport away. We'll throw some truffles in there. I do need to sell some, make some into truffle oil. Hopefully not for Mayor Lewis again, because that was creepy. Then again, Mayor Lewis is a strange old character. He's a bit creepy in the grand scheme of things. He does some very, very odd choices, doesn't he? I do question his... not that his legitimacy as a mayor, but I do question his choices a lot. Because he does make some odd ones. He is a strange old kettle of fish. Anyway, before I start rambling and ranting about the oddities of Pelican Town and its unusual mayor, who does seem to be a little unscrupulous, if you don't, if you would agree with me on that one, is the question or not. Okay, Pierre, I don't really want to have to spend money with you, but this is where I get my seeds. So let's get some more cauliflower, maybe some potatoes, I'm not sure. I think cauliflower is probably the most sensible right now because it's easy. It's going to give me decent money, and I don't have to worry about it, and I know it's going to be good, so I might as well for now. I really do wish it would open up like a text box prompt so you could purchase a specific amount of items, because I know full well I'll end up buying too many or too few of certain items. And I've done it a number of times before already, and it just would be nice if I could have that option. I guess it's fair enough that you don't want to have to... Well, I don't think that our console players would be too deprived of it, because they could just have the text, like a number bar sort of appear, or like a phone or calculator pad appear. So, I know I may be overthinking things a little bit there, but it's not really the end of the world. I'm still getting stuff that I need. Okay, so we've got ourselves the improved, that really good fertilizer as well, since that I've allowed 2 plots there to, maybe actually a little bit more than 2. Ooh, I might need to grab more. Let's check and see. Because I think, obviously, we've got these 2 here, but I think those 2 behind the mask-shaped scarecrow might be something else as well. May have made an ever so slight miscalculation on those ones as well. If I have, yes, that's fine. If I haven't, it's not the end of the world. Well, let's just quickly just slap that there, water it as well, slap some more cauliflower in. That looks a bit better because that's a bit more square. Yeah, it's gonna have to have been, because it's within 3 of the extended. I don't know why I'm trying to water the rice. It's automatically irrigated. That was stupid of me. Then again, making daft decisions and dumb choices. Goodness gracious, it's almost like that's what I do on a regular basis. No questions about my the rest of my life, please, because believe me, I do make some very interesting choices. Right, let's grab those and get ready to move on out, because we've still got some other ideas that we still kind of want to work our way through, haven't we? What next? Well, I'm just trying to think, to be fair. What other things do I need to organise today? Oh, I better water that block of plants over by the slime hutch. I do want to try to move the slime hutch and maybe reorganise the farm a little bit. I'm not too concerned about its placement, but it does look a little off in its general location and placement. It's not quite as aesthetically pleasing as I'd like. But hey, that's not much I can do on that kind of front, really. But anyway, the other thing I've kind of got to look at is what other stuff can I kind of obtain. Again, I'm also trying to gather more of the key beans, but also, again, just general experience whilst I roam around this lovely verdant landscape. And of course I'm gathering experience just by chopping down trees, making a nuisance of myself, and generally being a terrible human being. That is how this works, I believe. Okay, we'll side that one, we'll side that one. And lots of salmon berries, lovely. Not a bad thing at all in any way, shape or form, I don't think. Let's have a look and see then. Well, we're back at the farm. Should probably put away some of the other seeds and stuff. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Well, I don't need that out. I don't need the 330 cauliflower seeds right away. Knowing my luck, what's going to happen is, sod's law, I'll end up with a visit from the fairy, and they'll make a few of them grow, and it'll be all lovely, but goodness, would it not have been nicer if I could have had some other ones, perhaps. But hey, whilst we're here in Ginger Island, because I haven't been back here for a few days, I'm just going to scythe down all of these pineapples, because there's so very many of them. Okay, it looks like I'm going to have to whip out the old starfruit again and replant some of those. Now, I know that I use the starfruit here as my primary wine focus, but there's not really much else for me, not really much of a desire to grow much else. Maybe I could use some of the other crops that I've got, because these first 2 rows on the right are the crops that are constant providers. Admittedly, I'm just cutting down a couple of these hardwood trees because I've kind of got the sap down now. I don't really need to worry about it. Nowhere near as much as I did before I established the sap production facility that essentially that has become. So it's not as much of a concern for me. Okay, so those are still not ready yet. That's fine. Well, let's quickly scythe those down. I would possibly like to reorganize the layout, but it would take some time to organize, and again, seeds and such. And considering I've already redone Ginger Island once, after realizing that I had, not that I'd allocated myself poorly, it's that I'd managed to be an idiot, to be very blunt about it, and covered all of the lands, and it prevented me from getting a hold of the snake vertebrae, which was a dumb choice. Because, shockingly enough, snake vertebrae are something you need 2 of, and I'd got 1, and I felt like a right nana. But oh well, that's just how it goes. So, what next whilst we're roaming? Well, we'll dump all of the produce away, and that will be good, because we've got quite a lot of it out of that little quick jolly jaunt. Now, I still am debating turning the farmhouse on Ginger Island into another winery, because it might not be a bad idea for me to do. I really need to have a quick look again at the farmhouse floor plan, and yeah, okay, I'm gonna still want to have a bed there, because occasionally I might want to sleep there if needs provide. Most of the time I don't think that'll be the case, because of course I can just teleport home without issue. But just in case. Just in case. Now, one of the things I did really enjoy was the large quantity of new items that are actually available for being pickled, as I demonstrated in one of the quick YouTube shorts that I did, where I ate a bunch of pickled mushrooms. And other than the red mushroom, it's nice to see that all of them are pickleable. And that does make me quite happy. Although I didn't try the purple, not the purple mushroom, I definitely tried that one, but I didn't try the lava cap. Ooh, I need to get a lava cap. I need to give that a go. Now, the lava cap's one that I've not, I mean, it's not like it's easy to get any of the mushrooms, but it'd be nice if the mushroom log actually could give you that. I think I might put a couple more down, because they're quite nice. I like having them. Interestingly, though, which I think is unusual, is I don't actually very much like mushrooms. I've always found their texture to be quite unpleasant. But that might be because the way that I've only ever had them, where they're just like drenched in butter and garlic, and it's like, they feel a bit slimy to my tongue. And actually, I've had them on other things, and I don't gel with the texture. But because of it, I've also then gone, now that, because I know what they taste like, but I just don't like the texture, and whether it's now that I've conditioned myself to dislike the flavour as well. But at the same time, I do genuinely try them every now and again. I don't know if it's the same for everyone else who's got foods that they know they don't like. Like I'll go every like 6 months or so, and I'll choose a food item that I know I don't really like, and I'll give it another try. So olives were one of those things. Like, I'm not really keen on olives, and I'm not very keen on mushrooms. So there's not much, though. I mean, I'll pretty much eat everything else. Unfortunately, some foodstuffs just don't agree with me, as I have had on a couple of occasions where cheese is great and all, especially on pizzas, but it doesn't do me any favours, as I've discovered, which is a horrible, horrible notion. Right, so that slime is getting absolutely murdered by my trinket. This is a great trinket. The ability just to shoot arrows out at stuff is fantastic, and because it's every 1.3 seconds, it's absolutely mullering things. Impressive knockback as well. I don't believe there are any rings that increase knockback, are there? I wonder if there are, because that might be another very dangerous thing to add, because if you could improve the knockback further, I mean, theoretically you could really ramp it up. I don't know. I have to give it a try. Have a look and see. But for now, again, we're going to just quickly reorganize what we've got going on in the sheds. So thankfully, that's the end of the desert festival. So that's the first of the new stuff. I'm sure there might be a couple of other new things that could happen in the spring. So we've still got some time for new and weird possibly showing up. So I'm very curious to see what could appear. Hopefully something good. We'll see though. Okay, I really need to sell a couple of these basic chickens at this stage now. So they are trying to sleep, so you can't sell them when they're sleeping, which is kind of annoying. I nearly said a joke about the... It's very much anti Father Christmas. It's, they know when you're asleep, and they know when you're awake, but they're not going to try and sell you off to the highest bidder at this point. Don't worry. But oh well. Well, another dinosaur egg. So you can see the mayonnaise production from the golden eggs gives you 3 each time, and I believe that as long as it's above, like, it's silver quality or high, it gives you a gold level mayonnaise, which is great. And interestingly, you can feed golden chickens the little animal cracker that means that they give you double yields. So you can theoretically get out of a single chicken each day 6 mayonnaise. That's pretty good value, really, out of a golden chicken. I mean, not upset about that. That's a decent fare. Well, let's just quickly fling those in there for now. Right, where haven't I been today? Ah, here we go. Ancient fruit. So that's going to be some more wine or preserves going forward. So I should very much be careful enough to make sure I actually grab that. Because if I don't, well, I've kind of struggled myself onto that front. So that's fine and all. Okay. I've reached a new level of understanding. Okay, so excellent. That means that I've now unlocked another level of mastery. So at some point, I'm going to have to go and visit the shrine near the sewer entrance to level myself up. I believe this might be the last mastery I need. And if that is the case, that'd be good. So let's sort this out here. So just organising the last bits of the ancient fruit repositories. And is there anything else I need to stash? Yes. So we've got all of this fruit here. That's fine. Got a couple of meads. And again, they do generate so much faster than I'd actually anticipated. I didn't actually realise how quickly mead is produced. It's just a shame it's not like it's turbo value. Well, it's decent enough value, but it's not like it's silly high value. Not the end of the world, though. And what else can we do today? Well, there's not much more else that I can sort of wrangle in this time frame, I don't believe. But I will double check something, because I haven't been up to the north of the farm for a little while. And it's still only just about midnight. I just want to double check in case there's any forageable items. Like the salmon berries, I mean, they're not really, they are strictly speaking forageable, but they're not really the end of the world level of forageable stuff. And again, it's not, the trouble I've got is like I don't need the money. I'm not too concerned about it, but I still like, ooh, that probably would be a good idea to have. I have a terrible habit of just being an absolute kleptomaniac when it comes to playing many games. Fallout 4 was terrible. Fallout 76 especially. Like, my friends would joke about the fact that they never needed to worry about resources, because every now and again you get a free, whatever the premium Fallout 76 was called, for a little while, and I would just go absolutely to town on absolute mass harvesting, absolutely everything. Didn't matter what it was, I was stealing it. It was mine, and it would get put in as resources. So resources were like, oh yeah, we'll just click link over to his base, he'll just hand it over, he's got all of it. And that was a terrible common trend of mine. It's like I want to be swimming in resources to the point where it means if I want to craft something, I can. And it's interesting for me, I think, just that I'm a kleptomaniac in games and a bit of a hoarder in games, which is kind of I'm not that much of a well, as I nearly said, I'm not that much of a kleptomaniac. That'd be an interesting confession, wouldn't it? But anyway, I'm going to segue that and say thank you very much for tuning in. It's been a pleasure having you here. If you have enjoyed, please do like, share, and subscribe, because it's always greatly appreciated. Big shout out to my patrons on Patreon, and I will hopefully catch you all again the next time the Walrus plays Stardew Valley.